So this week for our photography fellowship, we're gonna ask people if they'll take one black and white photo every single day of the next like 4 or 5 days and post those to our group. The Photography Fellowship, if you haven't heard about it, is a 5-month program that we did to teach people the next step in making their photography better. And so we started that class late fall and it runs till March. And maybe next year, if some people are interested, we'll do that again. But walk with me, I'll show you some of the settings I would start with. I got my 5D Mark IV with my nifty 50 lens that almost anybody can afford and have. We're gonna go take a few black and white photos and share those with you. I've got my crew with me, our photography students. We got the crew here, and so they're gonna help me film this and maybe be some models in the shoot. So yeah, let's go. So one of the first things you're gonna do when you know you're shooting manual, turn your camera on, turn it to manual, and then we're gonna go in. This is, you know, on a Canon, but we're going to go in here and we're going to go to monochrome so that it's going to shoot in black and white. And so that way when we take a picture, it's hard for you to see, but it's going to be in black and white. That helps you because you're able to see what you're shooting and what it looks like in black and white. Here's a secret, and something you might not understand is that if you're shooting in RAW on your camera, you still have all of that color information in the photo. So when you edit it in Lightroom, you're still gonna have all that color, but this gives you a preview that's in black and white so that you know what you're after. Let's go take some shots. Okay, so one of the first shots I'm gonna take is of this tree over here because I love the texture of it. It's fairly consistent and hopefully it'll look decent in black and white. So for my settings, I'm shooting at 320 frames per second, f3.2, and I have my ISO at 400. See how that looks? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Now, just kind of look still for a consistency in your patterns and be careful where you set your focus because you could set it too deep and have, you know, the backside of this in focus and not the leading deals that way. I'm also gonna shoot a couple up into the tree and we'll just kind of see what turns out. Now, I see over here, there's this wagon, and for black and white, it helps to have a clear focus with a lot of contrast. So I'm just going to take a few shots here and see if there's something we like. This wagon wheel being a clear subject. Okay, so we've shot a few of the wagon wheel. I like how clear that is of a subject. I like how dark against this generally light surrounding with the snow. So let's back up here a little bit and I'll take a few of just the wagon. I'll also get some low shots. And hopefully one of those will turn out as well. And so there it is, a place you can take some black and white photos, have fun with black and white photos. They're a great way to start out, not have to worry about dealing with a bunch of colors. I think it's a great place to start. It makes you focus on the elements, the curves, the lines, the shapes, more than sometimes the colors and some of those other difficult elements. And it's timeless. This makes a timeless image that is very artistic and fun to share. So we're gonna go shoot a couple pictures. The students are gonna take a few pictures and then we're gonna share those with you as well. Have fun shooting. Okay, I'm back on the ranch now. You could call me a little bit of a train chaser because I heard a train whistle and I had to go see if we could get a couple pictures of that train going by. And I think we took a few. Hopefully you'll like those, but it's good to be back on the ranch and edit up this video. Let us know what you think of it. And yeah, send us your black and white photos. We'd love to see them. Found one of my students, Jacob, taking some pictures. Jacob, how you liking the black and white?
It's fun. It's new, it's different, but it's cool.
Plenty of like contrast out here today.
Yeah.
And this is the rest of the crew in the middle of the road taking some black and white photos. That's some dedication right there. Laying down 21 degrees, trying to get the shot. Great job, Caleb. So we had a great time going out and taking some black and white pictures. I love to take pictures of trains, so I heard the train whistle blowing, so I went down and took a few pictures of the train as well. So I just want to share real quickly a few of the pictures here and how maybe I would start to edit them. This is by no means going to be super expansive, but hopefully you just get something out of this. I also did some color ones as well. So the first one you'll see here, what I like about this photo is just kind of a continuous texture, and here's you know, something in color that way, and we could turn it black and white this way. You know, this punch preset in Lightroom is pretty handy. We could maybe bring down the exposure just a little bit, and there's another sample. that wagon wheel that we took a picture of. You can see the wagon wheel here, and we've cropped this so that we need to crop it so it's right in the middle. If you're going to have a photo that focuses on symmetry and brings everything to the middle, then you really don't want to be off to the side like this, unless that's part of your strategy. You could put it on a third like this and it wouldn't be so bad. That would be a strategy, but just think through your composure. We've talked about that, and make sure you've cropped it, the way that you want it. So that's that photo in black and white, kind of turned out. Here's another one of the wagon, and like I said before, if you're shooting in RAW, when you get the photos into Lightroom, you're going to have the color information. So if you decide this is something that you really like and you want, this photo right like that to be a color photo, you have that opportunity. But while you're taking the pictures, if you're specifically shooting in black and white and you want to look at that, then it's really nice to be able to see that in black and white as you're taking the pictures, knowing that when you get it into Lightroom, you've still got the data and you can do those in color. So here's a shot leaving it in color, and then I'll take this one and hit black and white. Maybe we'll go over to this punch preset that I like a lot, and there's the wagon in black and white. Let's moving on down here to some of the train pictures that I took in black and white. You can see the snow is following. We've got these leading lines. I've cropped this so that the corner is where the track starts, and then it leads to our subject, the train. You can maybe straighten this just a wee bit more, play with it, do whatever you want. It's kind of small. Maybe we want to zoom in a little bit more. When you're taking pictures like this, it's all happening pretty fast, and so maybe I like that just a little bit more. There's an option there, and then I did some in color as well, and I really like all the color. You've got the orange leaves here, and so that with the train is kind of fun. And then I got some in black and white as well. Clear subject there, and going away. And then I also took some of the road, kind of a dramatic shot, the snow falling. You can see this line in the middle of the road. I kind of thought that was fun, and then I messed around with some black and white options of that as well. Went and found a road that was closed and took some pictures of this old bridge that's closed. Kind of sad that this bridge is closed, but we used to like to walk across there and take pictures, and yeah, I wish that historic bridge was still going to be there. Sad day. And then driving back up, just took some shots here. Kind of left it very dramatic where you can still see, almost looks like the twinkling of stars, the snow that's coming down. And then we've got the story of the road leading away, and this area is in focus. So whether or not you like that, I don't know. You can let me know, but just trying to share some examples of how I might edit some of these photos. And then on the way back too, we saw these trees and this fence, and I thought it'd be fun to take one that was out of focus. So there's one that's out of focus. And I think we've got this one I like because you can see this little snowflake coming down, and it's a little bit more in focus that way. And then here's a shot that I edited in color. Of course, we could change that to be black and white, and this is what it would look like here. It's not like my favorite picture ever, but it's just something. It's fun. And then we took a few of the students, and I stopped on the hill and passed them, and they had this shot where they're in the mirror, and so we were just having a lot of fun taking some pictures back and forth. I'll try to share some of theirs too. And then coming up the hill, here's one in color, and then if I turn it black and white, you can see that hopefully the sign and stuff is pretty clear subject. I was also playing with this group of trees. I kind of liked how they the colors here work together, and then we can turn it black and white, and it makes for a nice snowy scene as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that chance to run out, take a few pictures, and shoot in monochrome, and then get back in here and have some black and white and have some color. So for my photography students, this week I'm really hoping that starting today for the next 4 or 5 days, you'll post at least one black and white photo every single day. Get out and shoot every single day, and then post those pictures, and we'll share some comments. I look forward to seeing what you have.